Omniman, the invincible champion from planet Viltrum.
Homelander, the world's greatest superhero, brought to you by Vought International.
Few heroes have stood the test of time with more aplomb than the very first, Superman. But what if absolute power did, in fact, corrupt absolutely?
Answer, we're all screwed. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
It's satisfying. It's only satisfying. What's wrong with it?
Up in the sky, it's a bird.
What's wrong?
It's a
What's
plane. No, it's Omniman. Had you going there for a second, huh?
Not really. His name is in the title of the video.
Well, you might be forgiven for mistaking Nolan Grayson for his classic comic inspiration. He's even got that sexy mustache that he's not afraid to hide with terrible CGI. Born on the planet Viltrum, Nolan was sent to Earth to act as its super-powered alien defender and spread the enlightenment of his utopian homeworld.
And as his superhero alter ego Omni-Man, there was...
Listen, I love the Invincible show on Amazon Prime, but I'm surprised as to how many people did not know that Invincible was a comic series beforehand. Yes, it was.
There's no one better suited to the task. He's saved the world countless times, worked alongside the Guardians of the Globe, and even married and had a son, Mark.
Life couldn't be better until Mark inherited his dad's Viltrumite powers. That's when Mark found out that his dad was a stinking rat bastard liar.
Turns out, Viltrum wasn't exactly the peaceful utopia Nolan promised.
Peaceful in the sense that they culled half their population, murdering billions with their bare hands until only the strongest were left, united by a...
Yo, I'm sorry, but the violence in Invincible is fucking insane, by the way. Literally, you'll have a dude that's, I think it was the Immortal, who was still trying to fight while holding his fucking entrail. No. Yeah, while holding his fucking entrails. It was either him or was it the other guy? The other Viltrumite dude? I forget.
A common purpose.
This Viltrumite empire then went on to conquer planet after planet in their home galaxy, murdering any who dared oppose them. So just scratch that whole peaceful part entirely.
And turns out Omni-Man was here to do that same thing to Earth. Sorry, Mark. Your dad's a dick.
Even worse, he's easily the most powerful being on the entire planet.
Imagine combining the raw power of a Kryptonian and the bloodlust of a Saiyan, and what you get is basically a Viltrumite.
Due to their unique DNA, Viltrumites are composed of smart atoms that they can manipulate to achieve superhuman feats, like holding their breath.
I did not know that they were made of smart atoms. I'm dead. They're made of smart atoms. My cells are just smarter than yours. Why wasn't the black kid?
For weeks on end by drawing more energy from the oxygen inside them.
Kinda reminds me of that whole bioelectric aura thing Superman has. That's basically how comic writers bullshit a science-y explanation for his powers.
Except smart atoms make even less sense. How can atomic structure be designated by your DNA? DNA is made of atoms. It's completely nonsensical biological hogwash that I cannot stand.
Uh-oh, comics fans. I'm calling this debunked. Viltrumites can fly, withstand near absolute zero temperatures, and even possess insane healing factors. You know, stuff like getting punched through the stomach, having your guts ripped out, or having your face smashed up in a tomato soup. I don't mean to exaggerate, but Viltrumites in this series get fucked up and somehow survive.
However, too much trauma to the brain or heart can overtax their healing factors, and intense heat can be especially damaging.
Even the most powerful Viltrumites can be killed by extended baths in the spicy hot plasma of a star.
And because of their abilities, their inner ear vestibular system is far more sensitive than a regular human's. Intense sonic pressure will disrupt their fragile equilibrium and even prevent them from flying.
Though pushing themselves to their physical limits only ends up making them way stronger. And considering Nolan has been alive and planet conquering for thousands of years, he's easily one of the toughest Viltrumites around. Like, other aliens attacking him will literally splatter their bodies against him. But Mark didn't inherit everything from his dad. Despite his alien genes, Mark was raised as a human with our weak but...
Oh yeah, the season 2 coming out for this has taken way too fucking long. It's arrest worthy, okay? It's fucking jail worthy. How long season 2 has taken to come out, okay? Jail worthy. Oh, hey, Ginger, what's up? Like, fucking jail worthy, okay? How long it's taken for season 2 to come out. I'm so happy The Boys is getting recognition. I remember watching season 1 and no one knew what it was. Oh yeah, like I had watched like the first 2 seasons of The Boys, and I'm just like, yeah, the show's fucking great. Like,
authentic human values
It's a great
like
show.
love and compassion and not brutally murdering the shit out of
we are taking a break from political talks, waiting to see if Sansol wants to come on later to back up his claim that I am an ethno-nationalist. There we go. He called me an ethno-nationalist yesterday at like midnight because of the whole thing between Shark and Endless Cemetery and how I said that it was a very complex issue. So I'm wondering if he is going to accept my offer, my invitation to come on and to defend his position that I am an ethno-nationalist and the fact that he needs to kind of just stay out of black folks' business. I told him I will be here till 3. I will be here till 3.
everyone you see like a maniac. Really made it difficult for Nolan to relate to his kid.
Such as when these aliens invaded Earth. Mark tried his best to minimize casualties and
My favorite part is when they parodied that ad where Kendall Jenner ended racism by giving a rat cop yeah a can of Pepsi. Yeah, Endless is tough.
outsmart his numerically superior foes.
Nolan, meanwhile, tackled their leader through the
Oh, the
portal
riot
back
cop,
to their
right.
homeworld, then spent some time systematically annihilating their planet for even daring to take Earth from him. Classic generational divide.
Annihilate is underselling it. Nolan flew so fast that his body lit their planet's atmosphere on fire, creating massive country-sized explosions, with his own body as the projectile.
Omniman has flown across galaxies in only a week, survived punching a
Holy shit, dog.
hole through a planet, and even deflected a meteor the size of Texas.
Assuming that means the diameter of the meteor is equivalent to the distance from the top of the Panhandle to the Gulf of Mexico, that would make it 1,300 kilometers wide.
And weigh over 4.6 quintillion tons.
I mean, Superman's my favorite superhero, so like I hear, like, you know, whenever I'm reading a comic book or some shit with him and like the Justice League in it, like some insane shit, right? But sometimes I wish they went as in depth as this, because clearly Superman could do shit like that, right? Like fly as fast to where like he is literally lighting up the atmosphere. As a matter of fact, wait, no. He has said that he could do things like that, where like if he flew fast enough, he could literally, if he was not careful, literally split the earth in half if he flew fast enough. Like, insane shit. Insane shit.
Moving at re-entry speeds of over 11,000 meters per second, it had hit with enough energy to
Hey, Archer, hurry up.
Moist yet firm skin doesn't just happen, Lana. I'm on step 2 of 10.
FX's Archer premieres August.
Not only have I seen the death battle between Superman and Goku, but I used to talk about that a lot. I used to like debate. I used to be a versus debater, like way back when I was like 18, 19 years old. 17, 18, 19 years old. I used to be a pretty big like versus debater. I used to have a YouTube channel of almost 800 subs where I just talked about like versus debating.
24th on FXX. Stream on Hulu.
But then I switched to politics because, well, I'm a degenerate.
destroy the moon twice over.
So Omni-Man is strong enough to slaughter those who considered him an ally, the
Good fucking lord.
Guardians of the Globe, all to ensure as seamless a transition to the coming Viltrumite rule as possible.
Too bad for Nolan, it wouldn't be that easy because he'd have to go through his son first.
Mark
I love how they're like, yeah, we're eugenicists. Like, all you weak niggas, all you weak chin niggas, gone, dead. All you weak chin Viltrumites, like, I'm just thinking about, like, I know I said that earlier, but like, it's kind of shocking, okay? For me, at least. And listen, I'm capable of writing some batshit shit, okay? All right? Listen. But like that, wild. The way she just jumped through, dude. Like, just jumped through him and like split him in half. Dog, what? Like, just, this is casual to switch, like,
Mark was horrified.
Yeah, I just haven't read a comic in, like, a while. I don't think I've read a comic since my vacation back in, like, literally a month ago, yeah. I probably haven't
by
read a
his
comic in
mother's
about...
treachery, spurred on by the reveal that Nolan only viewed his mother as a pet, a disposable broodmare. Invincible fought Omni-Man to save the planet.
And that's when Mark's real Viltrumite training
He literally stood up and he said, all right, run hands. You talked about my mama, motherfucker. Run hands. Are you trying to go? Okay, bye. Bye, cat.
began. Get it? Training? Like the train?
Yes, we get it. It was a good pun. Jesus.
But if anything, it was Omni-Man that learned a lesson.
I wonder if Mark swallowed anybody's molars when he was going through the train. Get it? Get it? Hey now. Get it? Anybody get the cross-reference that I just made there? Y'all are no fun.
Lesson about humanity that day.
He may have tried to turn Mark into a Viltrumite, but in reality, as Nolan fled Earth with tears in his eyes, Mark made his father human.
Aw. Yeah, see, Antarctic gets it. Antarctic gets the reference I was making there. Remember A-Train from The Boys, where he was like, yeah, that girl, I was running so fast, I swallowed one of her molars. And then he started laughing like a little shit. Fuck
This episode is
A-Train.
sponsored by BetterHelp.
Life can be overwhelming, and many people are burned out without even knowing it.
Fuck
Symptoms can include
A-Train.
lack of motivation, feeling helpless or trapped, detachment, fatigue, and more.
Working on a show like Deathbattle every week definitely wipes me and Wiz out once in a while. Remember
You
that?
didn't get the reference I was making? It's Invincible versus The Boys. And then he's like being pushed through a train full of people and they're all like dying. I was like, I wonder if he swallowed one of their molars. Just like A-Train said he did in The Boys.
That one time you had to research Madara's 5D chess plan and you keeled over during the show?
All too well. Thanks for reminding me.
No problem, best buddy.
We associate burnout with work, but that's not the only cause. Any of our roles in life can lead us to feel burned out, and BetterHelp Online Therapy wants to remind you to prioritize yourself. Talking with someone can help you figure out what's causing stress in your life.
BetterHelp is customized.
You've never seen The Boys? What? Antarctic, you can't be this way. You can't be this way. You have to have seen The Boys. You have to have seen The Boys. It's such a good show. You need to. It's such a good show. It's so, like, it's such a reflection in a way of, like, our, like, reality and shit. Like, think about it, right? Like, Homelander clearly represents fascism. Fascism will come to America wearing the flag and brandishing a cross. And there was literally a scene where that happened. It's a good show. It's a
Is
good show.
online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to.
That
It
is
can
true.
be
Our
more
reality does
affordable
suck.
than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours.
Deathbattle viewers get
I mean, isn't it true that, like, I'll stick to my Chinese web novels. Isn't it true that, like, conservatives think that, like some, like, far-right conservatives think that, like, not Omni-Man, think that Homelander's a good guy? Oh, he's got America. He's got the flag. He's the good guy. It's like, we are doomed.
10% off their first month at
Fuck climate change, dog. We're gonna die of,
BetterHelp.com/deathbattle.
like,
That's
Flying fish.
betterhelp.com/deathbattle. Welcome to Vought International, a multi-billion-dollar American conglomerate whose #1 products are the greatest superheroes on the face of the earth.
That's right. Superheroes are real and they're big business.
Imagine a company that possesses a monopoly on popular culture, pumping out movies, TV shows, action figures, and video games constantly, drowning the masses in a slurry of focus-tested nostalgia.
Amazon. You can get anything you fucking want from Amazon nowadays. You want a hand job? Amazon's got you. You want your ass ate? Amazon's got you. You need somebody to come discipline your children? Amazon has you covered in fees.
Opium with no end in sight.
Yeah, imagine.
Within Vought's pantheon of gods among men is their premier super team, the Seven, and its leader, Homelander.
He's got the looks, the charm, the Jesus, and most importantly, he's got the power to slaughter all of America's enemies at home and abroad. This guy probably eats freedom and shits eagles.
But Homelander's squeaky clean corporate sheen is only skin deep. Far from the big blue Boy Scout he's marketed as, Homelander is probably the closest thing to Lucifer on Earth.
Remember Bad Future Biff from Back to the Future? Now give him superpowers and media training.
Vought's official story is that Homelander was an alien who landed here as a baby, a tale we're all familiar with.
And one that's total bullshit. Homie was made in a lab with Vought's proprietary super soldier serum, Compound V.
And he was a complete success.
Paige and I were playing the drinking game for this one time, and it was like, drink whenever someone says, shows, or mentions Compound V. We were sloshed.
Too much of a success. He was murdering rooms of terrified scientists before his umbilical cord was even cut. In the comics, Vought had to keep a remote-controlled hydrogen bomb strapped to him at all times because they had no idea what else could possibly kill him.
As he grew up, he was subjected to psychological conditioning to make him the greatest and
Also, I just want to point out how, like, derpy he looks in the comics. But obviously, like, clearly that guy's the bad guy. Like, obviously. You don't just look that ridiculous and not be the bad guy. Why is it always the dark-skinned person?
most profitable hero of all time.
It wasn't long before he debuted as Homelander, the ultimate defender of the American dream.
Homelander possesses massively superhuman strength, speed, and durability.
Is there a cartoon of the boys? Where is this? What is this from? Or is this from season 3?
He can fly at hypersonic speeds, see through walls with X-ray vision, and detect a person's emotional state from just the sound of their heartbeat.
But you know you're done for when he breaks out his heat vision, which is strong enough to slice through crowds of people or split airplanes in half.
Or screams so loud that it shatters the eardrums of anyone around him.
Those are innocent bystanders whose ears are exploding, by the way. Oh yeah, he totally botched this mission to stop a plane hijacking, so he forced each and
I like Queen Maeve's comic design too.
everyone on board
I
to
don't
die
like Homelanders, but I like Queen Maeve's.
in the resulting crash so they wouldn't reveal his incompetence.
Well, Homelander's powers may be real, but his heroism
No one who dresses like this, by the way, isn't a fascist. I'm just saying. Like the whole getup, not even just the American flag. Take that off and you still have a fascist getup. Like, no one who dresses like this is not wanting to literally stir politics with their penis. Like, I'm just saying.
is a charade. Though he plays his part well, he cares nothing for the peons he's forced to protect.
The only thing he treasures is, ironically, his public image. Turns out being raised as a lab experiment doesn't create a healthy person. But don't worry, he eventually cleaned up his act and started a totally 100% healthy sexual relationship with a fellow superhero, who just happened to be an actual Nazi. Speaking of sex,
That's another thing. Like, same thing with Stormfront. Nobody dresses like that and isn't a Nazi. I'm just saying. Like, your fashion shows me that you are indeed a fascist.
You know how I'm always saying we should figure out how Superman and Lois get busy? Well, forget that, because Homelander proved that they can't when his ejaculation blew his partner to smithereens. Who drew that?
Look, there's no way to sugarcoat this. Considering a human's load has much less mass than a shotgun pellet, it would have to be moving significantly faster to achieve the same kinetic energy. Over 1,500 meters
What?
per second, or 4.5 times faster than sound.
That's right. Homelander can bust a nut faster than the speed of sound. Well, good night, everybody. Ooh, kinda sucks for humanity that they made this dude the most powerful being on the planet and a psycho murderer.
That's no exaggeration. Stillwell even commented that Homelander has proven immune to every weapon known to mankind, no matter how powerful. Humanity literally lacks the ability to kill him.
That'd include nuclear weapons as powerful as the Tsar bomb, which exploded with the energy of 50 megatons of TNT.
Actually, it could have exploded with twice that. But the Soviets who created it were afraid it would irreversibly alter Earth's biosphere and end the world. That's right.
Wait, what was addressed in I Am Legend?
We all almost died.
And that's the kind of shit Homelander can shrug off no problem. He's strong enough to throw a jet with one hand and fast enough to outspeed a C4 explosion.
Despite being an emotionally stunted man-child, Homelander is still surprisingly cunning and able to manipulate those around him.
Though it probably wasn't too smart to piss off the world's angriest limey, Billy Butcher. Yeah, turns out forcibly fathering a bastard son with someone else's wife is not a good idea.
Of note, as unjustifiable as it is, to Homelander, this gave him something he never had before. Some small measure of control over his own life.
Being born Vought's star pupil meant he was under their thumb from the day he was born. His superpowered son was the first thing that was truly his and might be his best option for a new beginning. Or not.
This episode is sponsored by...
I mean, do you rehabilitate something like that? Somebody who's like literally a living warhead with a brain? Like, do you rehabilitate that? I don't know if you do. Like, easy Omniman 300%. Oh yeah, I would be surprised if Homelander won this one. Or if Homelander, like, I actually stood a chance. Like,
Mint Mobile.
After years of fine print content.
but then again, like, we've never seen anything... We haven't seen anything kill Homelander yet, like, or at least not in the show. Maybe in the comics they have, but like, we haven't seen anything kill Homelander.
Tracks and getting ripped off by those big wireless providers. I know.
Like, is this gonna be an unstoppable force meets an immovable object?
But did you know that Mint Mobile offers premium wireless starting at just $15 a month?
The catch, Wiz. What's the catch?
There isn't one. Mint Mobile's secret sauce is that they're the first company to sell wireless service online only. They cut out the cost of retail stores and pass those sweet savings to you.
Mint Mobile gives you the best rate whether you're buying for one or your whole family. And all plans come with unlimited talk and text, plus high-speed data on the nation's largest 5G network.
You can even use your own current phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone number along with all your existing contacts. I'm excited to try it out myself. I appreciate how easy it is to look through all
I've yet to finish the new season either, so like I'm just in the dark. I'm just as in the dark as you. Like I have no idea, like if they ever like kill him or anything. I've heard things about the new season, and I can't wait to watch it. But since I got Paige into it, we've been rewatching it, and we're like at the beginning of the second season.
All their wireless plans on their website. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/deathbattle. That's mintmobile.com/deathbattle.
Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/deathbattle.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
I think something else to be noted here is that they're not just going off of the show of the boys, they're also going off of the comic books which predate the show. So there is probably like something in there, because like I don't know anything about the comics really. Like it's probably like I just saw new things. I didn't see some of that before. Like so maybe, right? Maybe who knows? Let's just watch. Oh, it's a cartoon.
Howdy, neighbor. Coco? It's warm. You know, Nolan, Homelander is more than just a superhero. It might be cynical to say this, but he's a brand. And it's very important to me that that brand means something. And if I'm playing second fiddle to some goddamn alien, what's really the point, right? What do you think, Debbie? No.
I'm sorry. I just didn't think it was going there. This pans over to her seared skeleton. I'm dead.
Aw, she's shy. So, do we have an understanding? Get the fuck out of my country.
He said, "Get the fuck out of my country."
I'm going to feed you your own heart. Shit. That was a great line. Country? Seriously? I'm not here for your country.
Oh yeah, because like a Homelander would 100% do that too. You would just be like, "Fuck this," like, "Bye."
Never been hit by someone your own size before? You have to turn with the punch to reduce. Better.
Just
What's the matter? Are you going to cry?
After I'm done with you, I'm gonna flashpoint that little shit son of yours! This worthless neighborhood! And every goddamn person you know!
Remember what I promised you. Now swallow. Merry Christmas.
KO! Wiz, if there's a god, it sure seems like he was working out some aggression there.
Despite Homelander's dominance within the world of the boys, he's a big fish in a small pond, relatively speaking.
Yeah.
Homelander can move faster than sound, while Omni-Man can move faster than light. Homelander can survive a nuke, while Omni-Man can shatter the moon twice over.
To be fair, Homelander did have a couple of abilities Omni-Man didn't, like his heat vision.
And while Viltrumite healing factors have failed against continuous exposure to the heat of stars, that still took quite a bit of time, and there's no reason to think Homelander's heat vision was anywhere near that hot.
Hell, Nolan's tanked heat vision from the superhero Mean Supreme before, who can vaporize people in an instant.
Even if it was hot enough, Omni-Man's superior speed would cut him off before he could do any lasting damage. Similarly, despite being able to disrupt his equilibrium with his supersonic screaming, Homelander wasn't strong enough to capitalize on it in any meaningful way.
Plus, while Homelander is pretty devious when the situation calls for it, Omni-Man has been fighting and conquering worlds for thousands of years. He comes from a warrior culture based on fighting. Homelander, on the other hand, comes from a test tube and never—
They're not gonna show the part where she literally just jumps to a man? Like, they're not gonna show that again? It was the best part. She literally just goes, yeet! It just yeets herself right through a guy, like,
had to push himself as a fighter because he was always so much stronger than everyone else.
And that's the key difference between them. One is a warrior, and the other is a bully. Homelander was never going to give up easy, but Omni-Man's skill, power, and Viltrumite heritage earned him the win.
When it comes to Superman knockoffs, Homelander had to eat his heart out.
The winner is Omni-Man.
yeah, I mean, that was, I guess it wasn't anything in the
back,
comics,
and we've launched
so
a brand new membership program for our YouTube channel. By directly supporting our team, you'll get unique emotes,
I don't
badges,
even think
and additional
it's,
content,
I
and
don't
a
think it
bunch
was
more.
satisfying.
Click that
We
join
have to
button
watch
see more
Vegeta
info, and
versus
thanks so much
Thor.
for watching.
Oh my god, we have to watch Vegeta versus Thor. Wait, no, who is it? Magneto? I have no idea who Tetsuo is.